Good morning. Today we are looking at Mission 3 from Unit 2B. I can multiply fractions. So first let's look at a word problem. It says, I made a pan of Rice Krispies and left it in the kitchen. In the morning, 1/3 of the pan was gone. So right away, 1 out of the 3 pieces was gone. Then I ate 1/6 of what was left for lunch. What fraction of the whole pan did I eat? So of what was left, 1/6 of it was eaten. Well, we only have 2 pieces and we need 6 pieces. So I'm going to divide this into 6 pieces total. So 1 of the 6 was eaten for lunch. But it's asking what fraction of the whole pan did you eat? So if I were to make these all the same size and extended this line over a little bit, we would really have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces total of the whole pan. We only ate 1 out of the 9 pieces that were all the same size. Alright, let's take a look at some other examples. We have 1/3 multiplied by 5/6, and we can model this using a rectangle or an area model. So first, we're looking at 1 out of 3 pieces. So if I divide this rectangle into 3 pieces, we are only looking at 1 of these 3 pieces here. But then we're multiplying this by 5/6. So if we divide this into sixths, or into 6 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces there. We are looking at 5 out of the 6 of those. So I'm going to use a green highlighter and go the other way. If we look at 1, maybe not that. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 pieces. So what we're looking at, 1/3 times 5/6, we're looking at which pieces are really overlapping. And we can see that right here, oops, it's not showing me. Right here in this section is where both of those are overlapping. The green and the yellow. So our answer to this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces out of really a total of, we had 6 by 3, 18 total pieces. So how could we get that without drawing an area model? Well, really, we just multiplied straight across the top and straight across the bottom. 1 times 5 is 5, 3 times 6 is 18. We're looking at 5 pieces out of a total of 18. Let's look at our next one. We have 2/3. So again, if I divide this into thirds, we're looking at 2 of those. And then we want half of what's there. Well, 1 out of 2, we're looking at just half of that. So where does it overlap? Well, ours overlap here, the part that we have in common. 2/3 times 1/2. Really, we have 2 pieces out of a total of 6. If we multiplied straight across, 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. However, we can simplify this by dividing by 2, which would give us a simplified fraction of 1/3, or 1/3 of this area. This is a third, this would be considered a third, and then here's the other third. They're all the same size. So how to multiply fractions? We can simplify if possible first, and then multiply straight across. So this one, we can't really simplify. What I mean by that is if we had 2 fractions that had something where you could divide them both by a common number, that would be simplifying. Even if they're not directly above each other, because it's all multiplication, if we had, for example, 4/6 times 1/8, we could simplify the 4 and the 8 because it's really all just multiplication. So I could divide this by 4 and this by 4 to simplify top and bottom. So this one we can't simplify. 2 does not go into 9 or 5, and 5 doesn't go into 2 and 1. So it's not really going to simplify top and bottom here, so we can just multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 9 is 45. You can use your multiplication table if you need. This next one, though, we can simplify. So if we look at our top and bottom here, 15 and 35 are both multiples of 5. And since it's all multiplication and division, we can simplify. I'm going to divide this by 5 and this by 5. If I look at our other cross here, we have 32 and 8, which are both multiples of 8. And divide that by 8 and that by 8. So if I simplify this top here, 15 divided by 5 is 3. 32 divided by 8, well, 8 times 4 is 32. We simplified that. And then over here, 8 divided by 8 is 1. And 35 divided by 5 is 7. So this is a lot easier of a problem to multiply than this one was up here because of the big number. So we simplified here and here first. So multiplying straight across, 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 7 is 28. And that is our best answer. Oh, we can actually simplify that a little bit. If we divide it by 3, that would really give us 1 over, oh, no, I'm thinking 9 times 3 is 27, not 28. We're good. That's our best answer right there. 3 over 28. Let's keep going. We have the same thing. We're going to multiply straight across. But first we have a couple directions. It says change any fraction to an improper fraction first. Simplify, and then, like I said, multiply straight across. So I'm going to convert this to an improper fraction. If we have 2 wholes that are divided into 9 pieces, 9 times 2 is 18 pieces, really. Plus the one more is 19 pieces. So we have 19 ninths times 3 over 8. Well, we can't simplify 19 any with 8. They don't have anything in common. However, our 9 and our 3 are both multiples of 3. So I'm going to divide those by 3. Oops, divide by 3. So we really have 19 over 3 times 1 over 8. I simplified here and here. So if we multiply straight across now, 19 times 1 is 19. 3 times 8 is 24. So our answer would be 19/24. I'm going to go down below here, multiplying straight across. This is a whole number, so I'm going to make it a fraction. 12 divided by 1 is really still just 12. So I have 12 over 1 times 5 over 6. So we can simplify a little bit here. Our 12 and 6 are both multiples of 6. So I'm going to divide by 6. 12 divided by 6 would be 2. So we have 2 over 1 times 5 over 6 divided by 6, which is just 1. So we have 2 times 5 is 10, straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. So we have 10 divided by 1, which is really just 10. Alright, this next one we have two fractions that we need to make into improper fractions. So again, remember we're multiplying and then adding. 2 wholes that are broken into 4, that would give us 8 pieces. 8 plus 3 more is 11, so we have 11 fourths. And then 3 whole circles divided into 6. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 more is 19 pieces, all over 6 divided by 6. So this one, for simplifying, 19 does not go into 4 or 6, and then the other way here, 11 does not simplify with 6. We can't divide those by a common number. So really, we can't simplify it. We're just going to multiply straight across. 11 times 19, and 6 times 4. I know 6 times 4 is 24, and I would use my multiplication table to do 11 times 19. And we get 209. So from here, this is our answer. However, we need to convert this back into a mixed number, so it's easy to see how many 24s do we really have. So if we look at our multiplication chart, it doesn't really have 24 on it, so this is one where you might have to guess and check. I know 24 is going to go into 20 less than 10 times, so maybe try 9 or 8 or 7. If I try 7, 24 times 7 gives us 28. 7 times 2 is 14. 15, 16. So we have 168, but we need to get to 209. We can probably do 24 more. That gives us 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 192. That's probably as far as we're going to go. So we had 7 groups of 24 and then one more. So really we had 8 total groups of 24, got us to 192. So how many pieces do we have left? 209 minus 192 gives us 17. So we have 17 24ths left over. So these two fractions really represent the same answer. All right, we have a couple questions left. Here is an election question. It says, if the winner for class president got 3/5 of the votes, or the winner got 3/5 of the votes, if 200 students voted, how many students did not vote for the winner? So first, we know how many did vote, that we got 3/5 of the vote for the winner. Well, we want to know how many students did not vote for the winner. So if we had 3/5 of our class voting for the winner, what fraction would be left to get to all of the people, or 5/5, the whole thing? Well, 3/5 plus 2/5 would give us the whole entire class. So 2/5 did not vote for the winner, and 3/5 did vote for the winner. So we're going to use the fraction 2/5. So 2/5 of the whole did not vote for the winner, and 200 people voted. So 2/5 of 200, we're really multiplying to figure out what fraction of the population was left. This is really 200 over 1. We can simplify 5 and 200. 5 goes into both of those. So I'm going to divide by 5. So we have 2 over 5 divided by 5 is just 1. Times 200 divided by 5. You can take 5 and follow it down to 200. It's not going to be on our chart. This is a tricky one. Think of if you first have 100 divided by 5. How many quarters are in a dollar? That would be 20. But we have twice as many, so we have 40 people left over. So all we have is 2 times 40. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. So that's 80. 1 times 1 is just 1. We don't really need to divide by 1. 80 divided by 1 is really just 80. So we have 80 people that did not vote for the winner. All we did was take our fraction and multiply by our population. Next, we have 4 questions that we practiced today. I would like for you to try them on your own, and then click play to see if you got them right.